Hey guys, it's me, Crazy Honda Chris at Randy Kuehl Honda in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And here behind me is a brand new 2026 Honda CR-V Trailsport Hybrid. Let's show you all the cool standard features and functions right now. Alright, so here we are on the outside of the vehicle. Now we're on top of the hill, or right next to the road, so if you guys get some wind noise and some traffic noise, I do apologize, but please bear with me. Now, as usual, we're going to walk up here to the window sticker. You guys are welcome to pause right here if you want to explore on your own. Let's get a closer look though. You can see it's a 2026 CR-V hybrid all-wheel drive Trailsport. The Trailsport's only available in a hybrid model. You can see it's a Canyon River blue metallic color. Then over here on the right-hand side, it talks about the fuel economy. You got 38 for the city, 33 for the highway, with a combined of 35. Down on the right-hand corner, usually has safety ratings, but you'll find more information on that as time goes on for the window stickers. But you can also find more information online. Right over here, you can see where the vehicle's made at, the price point on this particular one, and then the list of the standard features and functions, which we're going to try to get this to focus on, and we're going to cover all that for you guys today. All right, I'll also throw some additional color options up there. Then also there's a plus charge for that particular color, so you guys be fully aware of that. Now it does come with 2 key fobs and remote start. To use your remote start, all you have to do is hit lock, hold down the little circle button on the key fob for a few seconds. You see the light's gonna flash. It received it, starts right up. The lights will flash again to let you know, hey, I'm on and running. It runs in 10-minute intervals, okay? So heat and cool down your vehicle from that point. After 10 minutes, it'll automatically turn right off. Now let's say 8 minutes have passed, I need a little more time. That's not a problem. You can extend that timer for additional 10 minutes from that point. So let's say you repeat the process. Lights flash again, so now you get 10 minutes from that point. So if you play your cards correctly, you can get close to 20 minutes. It will not do it a third time. Now you can turn it off by holding down the circle button on the fob, and boom, it's off right there. So now you can have all of your Honda sensing features standard. I'm talking about your lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, forward collision, road departure. You're gonna have blind spot information, cross traffic with it. So safety is pretty much its middle name. Now we're also gonna have LED lights all the way around. That means headlights, tail lights, and daytime running lights, all LED. Now you notice with the Sport, they continue that theme on having the blackout grille. There's no chrome action on this vehicle. It's all nice blacked out. You get a badge of honor right over here. Trailsport, wipers right underneath the hood line from there, so they're pretty nice. So we're gonna have a 2.0 non-turbo 4-cylinder with a hybrid system. It's gonna be in here for the engine. We'll wrap around right over here to these 18-inch alloyed rims. I'm gonna step back far as I can right here, and not far back as I usually am doing it throughout these videos. We'll try to give you guys a little side profile of the vehicle. I'm gonna throw some exterior measurements up there so you guys know how much room. Oops, not room. Got distracted with someone honking, so you guys know how it compares with you guys' current vehicle and then other vehicles out there in the market, okay? So as we're looking here at the side profile, you see you have a blackout body side mirror with a turning indicator is gonna be there, blackout side handles, and then of course around the windows is all nice blacked out. We have rear tinted windows. Then it comes standard with roof rails up top. So nice black roof rails, all right? So it looks pretty nice and sharp. Once again, this is gonna be the Canyon River blue color. Now with these side mirrors, what I love about this is that they're down on the door. So when you sit in the driver's seat, it opens up your visibility quite a bit more. You guys will see that when you take it out for a test drive. Now to pull these mirrors in, it's not hard to do. As you can see, that you can easily bump them, push them in and out. So pretty quick and easy. Now right over here, we're gonna have your blind spot information system. So when you're driving down the road, going down for city or highway speeds, the car's in your blind spot, that's going to light up a nice solid orange light. The only time it beeps at you is when you have your turning indicator on while someone's in your blind spot, okay? The light will flash and it will beep to let you know, hey, someone's in your blind spot. If you guys haven't seen that in action yet, I do have a video out there going to show you that in action. And see, look at that. Now the wind decided to pick up. So there we go. Now the vehicle is also going to have smart entry system. So let's say you have the key fob with you in your purse, pocket, jacket, the car's all locked up. You can simply have the key fob with you, put your hand in the handle and unlocks the door. You can choose you want all doors unlocked or just the driver's side door. Now to have this bad boy all locked up again, all you have to do is put your thumb down right over here on the ridges and it locks right up. Or you can simply have the walk away auto lock feature enabled. So I got the key fob with me. I shut the car, I shut the door, key fob's out of the vehicle. I get like 5-10 feet away. Then boom, it locks all the doors. So I never have to second guess. Did my car lock up? Did it not? You know, from that point. Now you cannot accidentally lock your keys in the vehicle. So let's say we did a little oops, there we go. We hit the lock button. Come out. Shut the door. The car recognizes the steps or the order you've done these particular things, and it says, hey, you're accidentally locking your keys in the car. So it automatically unlocks. Now, I do have the videos going to show you guys how to lock your key in the car. So if you're out there doing kayaking, trail, you know, hiking on the trail, whatever the case may be, you want to lock this in the car, you can. Check out that video too as well, okay? So I'll come right over here. When the car door is unlocked, the gas door is unlocked. Simply just, boop, there we go. It's a capless gas tank. It's a simple slide and go. When you're all done, let's hit the lock. Then that's all locked up. So pretty nice. Now we are going to have a power liftgate before we get into that. Once again, we're going to have LED tail lights. Just makes a bold statement supplying to the brakes for you guys. Got a little chrome action down below with a tipped exhaust. Then we got badge of honors. I love pointing out badge of honors. You got Trailsport right here. CRV hybrid. That thing does look different. I kind of like it. I wonder how it's going to pop out on different colors. So a nice little blue, a little black with it. We have a multi-angle rear camera. Then a badge of honor for retro style. Going back to the old school sticker right up there. Now we're going to have a nice little deck lid spoiler. It's going to have a nice little black finish kind of up there versus some other models may be body colored. Now you can open up the power liftgate by clicking and holding this down, or you can hit the button right underneath the big H. Now we are going to have some additional buttons right up here. So that's going to open it. This little bad boy, all I see is glare. So let's see if you guys can see anything. You got a little button right here. So you're probably asking, what is that? So when you close this all up, your hands are full and you don't have the walk away auto lock feature enabled. Remember this, when you put your thumb right here, locks all the doors. Same concept for that over there. I'm all done. I'm not going over there to hit the button. I don't want to take this in my pocket. Hit that little button, it locks all the doors for you. So pretty nice. Once again, if you guys are getting wind, I do apologize. I can't really hide from it today. I just decided to pick up. Now here we are for the interior. Got plenty of space, so as life happens, you can see challenge accepted. There's the measurements up there for you. Now we got nice hook right over here, LED light. We got little courtesy tie downs if you ever need these. Nice little courtesy hook over here again. Excuse me, a 12-volt plug-in, LED light. And then what's this? Boom! You don't have a spare tire, but you do have an inflation kit. Right there, emergency funnel if you ever need it. Let's see if I can put this back in one-handed. Hey, not bad, first take. So this does not come up any means, okay? Now, there we go. That's the back. To pull these down, it's quick and easy. You just got to pull these down, up, and then you just fling it forward from there, all right? Now, the tailgate is also going to be height adjustable. So as you can see, you set it where you want it, and then you click and hold, wait for the double beep. It's going to open and close that setting every single time. Now, before we dive in on the interior, let's throw some interior measurements up there so you can see how much room's in there for your friends, pet, cargo, or whoever's brave enough to tag along with you guys. Boom, challenge accepted, jump in and let's go. Now what I love about the CRVs is how wide this rear door opens up. It is practically at a 90-degree angle. It makes it easy for anyone to get in and out. You know, parents, kids, finding those kids in the car seats, terrible. I know how they always go limp on you and they don't want to work with you. Now, car seat anchors, there. You can have it over there too as well. So car seat's covered. We have a nice cloth interior. Now, of course, that Trailsport is going to continue with that orange stitching throughout the whole vehicle. Good cloth interior. So all the seat belts will plug in right now. This is your middle seat belt. To release that, you simply bring this here. It's got that little niche right there. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. You put the seatbelt into that, and then it releases, and you bring it all the way up here. Then, oh, sorry, just gotta aim as I'm doing. Goes right up there. Not bad one-handed. All right, armrests, cup holders. This is fully recline mode, by the way. This is like nap mode. You can adjust your headrest right up here. Push that down. Same with the center. And then it folds right down. So that's what it's going to look like with it down. All right, we got carpet mats going to be in here. Adjustable rear vents, a couple USB-C plug-ins, a courtesy pocket too as well. And then of course we got our oh no handles. Just in case you guys do any crazy driving. You got this right here for your dome lights. You can turn them off, turn them fully on, have them in the middle, so when the doors open up, that opens up too as well. You know what? We forgot to take a look at the door here quick. So we have a nice little leather. Orange stitching is going to continue. Can't see if it's focused. There you go. Orange stitching. Soft touch. Cubby space down below. And then power windows. Pretty easy and straightforward. Now right up here, same concept. Orange leather. Sorry, not orange leather. I'm distracted with all the cars driving by. I do apologize. You guys can clearly see it's black leather, orange stitching. We got your power windows, power locks, mirror selector between left and right, then the D-pad to adjust accordingly. Then you got this button right there is going to lock people out from playing around with the windows. So if you get any misbehaved kiddos or maybe a husband like myself, you can lock us out, watch us suffer. Now down below we got some additional cubby space. We got power seats. You can get forward, back, up, down, tilt on the front half of the seat and lower it, recline, then you two-way lumbar support. Of course, we got pedals to give you A to B. Hood release, where is it? Right here. Let's show you some of those common courtesy things you do on your own. All right, so here we are right under the hood. Let's talk about those little details that you do on your own. So prime example, washer fluid, it's a blue cap, easy to find. The dipstick, oil cap, brake fluid, coolant cap, that's one of two, right over there. Fuse box. Battery is easy and exposed, easy access. Boom, that's it. Anything else besides that, I'm calling someone to come save me, or maybe even take it to your local Honda dealership. They'd be glad to assist you guys on how to keep up the maintenance onto your vehicle, okay? So let's do one more look over for those that have the capabilities and work on their own car. So now for more of those advanced questions, feel free to contact your local Honda service center. I'm sure I'll be glad to assist you. Let's jump up front. All right, so here we are right inside your brand new Honda CR-V. First steps, make sure you have the key fob with you. It could be anywhere in the vehicle, in your purse, pocket, jacket, up there in the tray. You get the point. Now to turn this bad boy on, all you have to do is apply into the brake pedal. You see the push button stir, it's gonna light right up. While your foot's on the brake, hit that button. Now the vehicle's on and running. We got some air, AC. Oh, that feels so good. Now we'll come right over here to the left-hand side. We have a power liftgate button. You tap and hold for a few seconds. We'll open and close. You get a nice little reminder up there, hey, your tailgate's open. Now to close it, it's not just a tap, it's a tap and hold. And then there we go. It's closing. Your wheel release, it's right there in that little lever. Pull that down. Now you can push it in, pull it out, up and down. You get the point, adjust as you see fit. Pull it right back up, lock in place. Done. Now we have a nice leather wrapped wheel. We got orange stitching. Once again, it's going to continue throughout the whole vehicle. You see it on the seats as we talk about from that point. And then as we come right down here, you got a heated wheel. Look at that. So it's on, now it's off. You can tell by the little orange light. So only the Sport Touring, the highest trim level, and the Trail Sport has this standard. If you want to add one of these bad boys, a heated wheel, you have to contact your local Honda dealership and see how much it costs to install that. It's not an easy job, so it's a little pricey, heads up. But there we go, standard right here. Now I like to honk the horn, make people think we're going crazy because they've been driving me crazy throughout the whole video. Somewhere new for me. So let's honk it in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Create some mayhem. Now, all of your Honda sensing features are going to be over here on the right-hand side of the wheel. So when you're going to select these buttons, you get visual confirmation that it's enabled. You can see when it's actively working. So a prime example, when you select this for your cruise control or adaptive cruise, boom, you get an icon right up there. You can see it's adaptive cruise because we have a speedometer with an arrow and then with an arrow in it and then with a car in front of it. So with the adaptive cruise control, when you're driving down the road, let's say you're going 55 miles an hour, you got a toggle switch right here to set it. So going 55, I can select the distance between me and the car in front of me by tapping this right there. As you're tapping it, you'll see on your driver's interface showing you the distance measurements that you can do. Less lines means closer, more lines means further away from you and the car in front of you, okay? So we're going 55. Car in front of you is going 50. You creep up on them. The car goes beep, beep, slows you down. Maintain that distance. When the car gets out of range, it goes beep, beep, then speeds you right back up to your cruise control speed. You got to turn off the beep, beep, from that point. So just be quiet and do its job too as well. Now, let's say if you don't like the adaptive cruise control, you click and hold that button down a little too long, or if you hold it down to switch it, it goes to standard cruise right up here, okay? So it will not slow you down from that point. Now to switch it back, once again, it's tap and hold, boom, switched. All right. Now when it's working, actively working, you get a visual confirmation. This is going to be green. You will see from white to green as a visual confirmation is working. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is going to be your traffic jam assist and lane keep assist. So that's going to be two safety features within this one little button right here. When you select it, you get a matching icon right up there. There we are. So with lane keep assist and traffic jam works between 25 to 45. Lane keep assist works between 45 to 90 miles an hour when you're driving down the road. This camera right up here finds the lines on the road. You go out of your lane a little bit, it goes beep, beep, beep. You can turn that on or off. Then it brings you right back and puts you in the center of your lane. So it makes those long journey drives a little more comfortable from that point, okay? And then, of course, you get a visual confirmation. You get green lines right up here. That would be green to let you know I found lines. This is what's going on. And then they'll change colors accordingly depending on what you're doing as you're driving. So pretty nice. Now, you're going to have paddle shifters right up here. Apparently, words are hard for me today, so just bear with me. But this will allow you to increase and decrease your engine braking regeneration. You probably only play around with that. For example, like let's say if your hybrid battery right now is on low. We're looking at the bars right over here. You got 2 bars. So you're going to do a lot of city driving. Maybe you want to increase the drag on that, and that's when you play around with that. I don't have a video, guys, out there, so please stop asking. It's just I can't record and drive at the same time. I'm a one-man crew. I do this on my free time, okay? Safety is the most important thing. Now, we got your wipers right over here. It's going to be adjustable and wipers. We got your rear wipers that twist right there on the end. We'll come right over here for your lights, auto. We got some other options. Push it in for your brights, stuff like that, okay? Now, let's say if you're just sitting here in park and you got the car on, the AC on, it's hot out there and you want to listen to music, you don't want the lights on, you just go to off, boom, all the lights are off while the vehicle is in park. Now if you take it out of park, boom, all the lights will come back on, as in your daytime running lights from that point, okay? Now we got your media controls right over here. You got your volume toggle switch up and down, radio source, stations too as well, and then you got little wheel action. We'll talk about these little wheels here in a second, but then you get your voice command. So you'd be like, click, call Crazy Honda Chris on mobile phone at Randy Kuehl Honda. Boom, schedule your oil change, or get ready to test drive one of these bad boys. So pretty nice. Now let's talk about the driver's interface here quick. So the layout. Gas tank right here on the right hand side, we're looking at the Hershey bars, not the little red dot. That's the bars, so we had a full tank of gas. Right over here, you can see for the hybrid battery pack, we went up a little bit, so no longer 2 dots, we're at 3 dots. You will usually not see this fully charged or fully depleted. Usually it does a pretty good job in keeping it between the 20 to 80% range, okay? From there. Miles, we got 3 miles on the vehicle. We're normal drive. This little menu will change. We'll show you that in a second. We get your digital speed. We got traffic sign recognition. So last time this seen a 30 miles an hour speed limit. Your EV mode is ready to be used. So pretty nice. It's going to be 89 degrees. We're in park. Boom, that's all of our bragging right there. Now let's talk about these little wheels right here. That's going to be more for your media controls. So let's say if I scroll down, you can do phone, radio. To select these items, all you have to do is push in on the wheel. Now right over here on the right hand side, same thing. We're going to start from the top. I can tell that we're on the top because of the little scroll bar. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's going to be a power flow. So right now we can see what's driving the vehicle, what's charging what. So right now the engine is charging the battery. Sometimes you see the engine driving the wheels. Sometimes the wheels are charging as you're braking, your engine braking regeneration. As you're driving down through cities, applying onto the brake, you see the wheels are charging the battery. The battery's driving the car. Things like that. So it's a nice lifetime feed of how your hybrid system's working. So if you guys are big into that, there we go. Next one's gonna be fuel and range. So this will show you right now with a full tank of gas based on 3.7 miles, but the vehicle has gone, mostly sat here idled. We can do 402 miles right now as a range before we go on empty. This bad boy will fine tune itself over time because it learns from your habits, because your type of driving might be different from mine. You know, maybe you do more hilly, or maybe you do more flat, maybe as in flat land. Maybe you're more aggressive with the brakes and gas versus I. You guys get the point. All right. Now, fuel economy does fluctuate a little bit too as well versus city and highway, and then of course environment. Is it cold outside? Summer versus winter driving. Okay. Yep. Gotta wave at these guys. Okay. So there we go. Now you'll see that right now we're averaging 5.1. And then we can see this little graph right here from 0 to 90. That's going to show you lifetime fuel economy that you're getting in that time. It fluctuates as you drive. Now, as I tap that little circle, the little wheel, you see it switches between trip A and trip B. Now, to reset trip B, it is hold in the wheel, go up to reset, boom, done. Now we're going to go down for speed and time. If you guys want to keep track of that stuff, you can. You get your driver's attention monitoring system right here. So the car knows the difference between you doing a bad job of driving or the wind blowing you around, okay? So if you're doing a bad job at driving because you're tired or just who knows what's going on, you probably want the car to do everything in its power to alert you, right? So this is like rating your skills, I guess. There we go. Your current driving situation. If you're doing a bad job of driving, the car is going to alert you and you'll be at 1 bar. And that probably won't go off until you actually pull over and the vehicle's off for X amount of time. Okay? We'll go down here to all-wheel drive torque. You can see where the power is going to which wheel as it goes. Now this is going to be where you can see where your seat belts. Right now I'm sitting in the driver's seat, not buckled in. Let's buckle in the front passenger seat now in 3, 2, 1. It's pretty quick and responsive, as you guys can see. Oil. This is your maintenance minder. So you'll see codes right down there from A and B, 1 through 7. I have a video out there explaining what those mean, so you guys be fully aware of that. Just saying, hey, at your next service, you need an oil change, is what it's recommending. Oil life right now is at 15%. Oh, sorry, not 15%, 100%. You do get a Honda service pass when you buy a brand new vehicle. Honda, as of right now, will cover your oil change, as if your oil life is at 15% with code A or B on display. So oil life has to be at 15%, okay, if we're following Honda's rules. Now we'll scroll down to your safety supports. So when you get to this, you just push in the wheel. You can turn off your road departure, blind spot, forward collision, and there we go. So with your forward collision, as you're driving down the road and essentially about to hit an object in front of you, it will alert you, say, hey, brake right up here. Then it'll beep, then it'll try to slow down the vehicle or stop the vehicle for you, depending on the situation. If I want to deactivate those, that's not a problem. I'll just push in the wheel, blind spot is off. Now you can see this little icon right here, which was once green. Green means everything's enabled. If it's gray in gray means boom, partially some of the stuff's off, then it's full out gray, it means everything is off for your safety support system. Come down here. If you want to change your speed distance, you can. Just click and hold in the wheel. Boom. Look at that. Switch it all up. Kilometers. We'll keep it to miles. I like miles as we live here in Iowa. Next one's going to be brightness of the screen. Find what you want, push in, and adjust. Vehicle stability assist. If you want to turn it off, reduce it, it's right there. Just click it. You get a nice little reminder. Hey, it's off. So that'd be a great thing to turn it off if you get stuck in mud, sand, snow. They're normal stuff that you would normally turn that off on. There we go. Now we're down to vehicle settings. So this is where you can customize all of your vehicle settings. You know, do you want all the beeps, none of the beeps, stuff like that, meter, keyless. So I actually have a separate video for all that later on, because that's like another 20 minutes to go through. And then there we go. We're all done. You can hide and show certain things. The faded out stuff so you cannot hide, but the stuff that's here in white, we can. Just have to select it. Your gauge design. I like the round. You can do bars if you like. Let's change it. Put it right over there for you. Alrighty, so we're going to do a part 2 here in a second. Be part of this video. I just have to get back in from lunch, and then we'll talk about the center console and the rest of the buttons. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, so the day of work is done, and let's have fun again. I believe we're right back into the vehicle. We'll be talking about the dashboard and the touch screen. So, the dashboard, adjustable vents, where are they? I got mine way over here. You got the nice little tab so I can change the direction. I can open and close it. Now, we're going to argue about these vents here in the center. You see the size of those from thumb to index, so they're pretty good size. Once again, you have this nice little tab. It clicks once it's in the center for the direction, and then we have a hazard light there if you ever need it. Nice little floating bun, a nice little wire mesh look onto the vehicle. Your adjustable vent, you can open and close it, and plenty of textures going on. So yeah, that's the dash right there. Now we have a nice 9-inch touchscreen. It is different from the previous year model. Perfect. We have a physical button, home and connect. You have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Audio source. You have FM, AM, USB, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. So you can pretty much with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto take like your Google Maps, Apple Maps, other compatible apps from your phone onto the touch screen. Now for radio stations, it's pretty quick and easy to find. You just hit tune, you delete this stuff, you type in whatever your heart desires. We're here to help, not to judge. Hopefully you guys do the same. And then there we go, you click and hold to save the radio station. Now it's saved. Now let's say if you want to edit or delete one, you just click and hold it down, and then you can remove or save over. You can see it's gone, no longer there. So good job Honda allowing us to do that. That's been a common question I get a lot on my YouTube videos. How do I delete a radio station? I don't want to have 12 of them up there. So you can hit station list. See, all this is pretty nice and easy to use, okay? I'll hit home. You got general settings. Hit the little clock up there. You can change the time, the zone, date, stuff like that. So that's pretty much going to be the touchscreen one-on-one. Volume knob right here for on and off for the radio. Now we'll come down here to the center console controls. You can have heated seats, front heated seats, low, medium, high, so we can stay nice and toasty. Now as I'm playing around with this, you can see it right up there on the screen itself. So as we're driving down the road, I can keep my eyes somewhat on the road and not just boop boop motion sickness, pay attention down here. Now that's going to go for the same for all the climate controls right there. So we have dual climate. We got mine. We got the wife. She likes it around 70 degrees. Me, I run pretty warm. I like to have things cold. So she's not freezing. I'm comfortable and alive to tell you the tales about these standard features and functions. Now you get your fan speed. Once again, up there. You can see it right there, on and off. That's the button. You got your different modes. You guys guessed it, it's right up there. Again, front defroster, rear defroster with heated side mirrors, AC off and on, you see it. So boom, that was quick and easy. Now we'll come down here, we got a couple USB-C plug-ins, a 12-volt plug-in too. We have a massive tray right there, plenty of room for a phone, and then a wireless phone charger. It's on, it's available. I can turn it off if I want to. I click and hold that power button. No light means it's off. So we got a nice little shift. You see a light down here where I'm parked. You put it into reverse. Your multi-angle camera automatically displays as a 3-mode. So this down here on the bottom left-hand side is going to show you how the camera acts. It's a nice 180 view, more of a right behind you view, then a nice straight down shot from your rear bumper. This would be a great when you're backing up into a parking spot, doing some parallel parking, backing up in the garage. You can see how close you are getting. I like the wide view, so when you're in the parking lot, you're backing up, you can catch more of your blind spot from the side view from your bumper. You can see that bumper, how that fisheye lens kind of works out. Now this is on and now off, and on for your cross-traffic monitoring system. So when the vehicle is in reverse and a car is coming from the side, it will alert you to let you know, hey, don't back up, a car is coming. And then this will just allow you to adjust the brightness of your touchscreen. Like that. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Not with the traffic and stuff driving by, but right now when the vehicle's in reverse, it's pretty quiet, so it makes a nice little humming noise to let pedestrians and others to know, hey, there's a car running, it's on. So don't, just don't get run over or pay attention. So that's kind of nice. Neutral, drive, and then of course we got the B mode too as well. Most people don't use the B mode from that point. Now put it back in park. We have a toggle switch. You got 4 different drive modes. So let's toggle this all the way to the top and work our way down. First one's going to be a sport mode. It's going to change how the car is going to perform. It's going to increase acceleration power from that point. So it's a little shorter gear response, a little more fun driving. Of course, it's going to take a little more for gas focus. Gives you a little more of a sporty kind of look right up there with a little red going on. We have normal mode, so this would be perfect for today's weather, just out there, your everyday city driving habits. And then we'll go down one more to Econ. Econ's going to make you more fuel efficient, most effective for highway driving. You can see it's an Econ mode because of the mode right down here. Econ mode. So it's going to sacrifice AC power, acceleration power, and electrical power to give you better highway fuel economy. It may vary. You may get anywhere from 2 to 4 more miles to a gallon, depending on your driving habits and condition that you're doing. So how to use this? This is once you get to speed, you set your cruise control, and then you enable your Econ to make it the most effective. You could keep it on all the time. It's just not as effective. For me, those hot summer days, I want full power in my AC over fuel economy. I don't like the the hot air. I do like the cold air. We'll go down to snow mode. So this is pretty much telling the kiddo, hey, you young whippersnapper, it's cold outside. And they're like, oh, I'm not gonna wear a jacket. Well, this is me telling the car, hey, there's about 1 inch of snow out there for your city driving. Put it in snow mode. It's gonna change how the car is gonna perform to optimize your handling in the snow environment. So that's pretty nice. Now, I believe I forgot to mention a couple other things. When the vehicle's into drive, you notice how you got a little car right up there. I got my foot on the brake. I got a blinker going on, headlights, stuff like that. So it gives you a nice little visual on what's going on. So that's kind of cool. This thought was kind of cool to mention. All right, now we're going to have hill descent control. That's not a tap. There we go. That's going to help lock you in when you go down a hill between 2 to 12 miles an hour. To turn off, tap it. It's off. It's on because of the icon right there. This is your electrical parking brake. Simply, if you parked on an incline, you can pull that right up. You can see it's engaged and engage. To turn this off, it's not just a oops. You can't just bump it and release it. You have to put your foot down on the brake pedal and then push it in. Now it's on. Brake hold. So when you have your seatbelt plugged in and you have that on, every time you get to a complete stop, it holds the brake pedal down for you. You take your foot off the brake and you're ready to get it going. You simply apply it onto the gas and you're going. cup holders, a little tray action. Right up here, we got a nice little cubby space. Hopefully the kids ain't watching this video, because I like to hide my Snickers. Well, not on hot days in here, it'll melt, but Funyuns, quarters, stuff like that. Now they know my secret. We have a nice leather orange stitching once again. We got Trailsport on the back of the front of the headrest. Up top, orange stitching. Nice comfortable seats. Nice fabric. Rearview mirror. All right, kids, don't make me turn this around. All right, that's for your lights. We got them on. Put it in the center so if you open up a door, and then you get off. You get your emergency call, and then we're gonna have a one-touch power moonroof. I don't play with this on rainy days. I'm assuming you guys want to be doing the same too as well. Tap it forward. There we go. If you tap that button up, that tilts, do a little vent action, tap it forward, close it up. Then just whoop, just like that. A place for the sunglasses when I want to look cool. Little nice light in there, and then of course these are fully adjustable, right? Do I get a cool little light? Yes, I do. Hello. And fully adjustable. And there it is, guys. Let us know down below in the comments. Do you guys think the Trailsport has everything you're looking for? Drop it down below. If you guys found these videos helpful, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like. Consider subscribing to the channel to justify the amount of time I put into these videos to help you guys out, okay? All right, well, I'll see you guys at the next video. Maybe at your next visit here at Randy Kuehl Honda. Bye-bye.